Hi Ramona, this is Mike from Stagecoach Road Vintage Sewing Machine, and this is your Singer 301. She's restored, looking, running beautifully. And this is the final test before we pack her up to ship her out. And in this test, we're going to go over the basic operation of the machine. You may already be familiar with this machine, but just in case you have any questions, we're going to cover all of the various controls. And so we'll get started by winding a bobbin. And you'll find your bobbin below the fold-up bed extension right here. And there's a little lever that if you pull that out, pull the lever out, then you can pull your bobbin and bobbin case out. And there's quite a bit of thread on this bobbin already, so I'm going to get a different bobbin to wind for our demonstration. And you'll find those spare bobbins in your accessories box. And let's see. Along with your accessories, you also have a Singer automatic zigzagger, which will make not only zigzags, but some fancy stitch patterns too. So to wind the bobbin, put your thread spool on the spool pin down by the bobbin winder. Go between the discs of the bobbin winder tension device, and you'll find your bobbin winder right here. Put your thread through one of the little holes in the side of the bobbin. Put the thread through the hole from the inside to the out, and put several wraps on the bobbin to hold the thread in place while it winds. Then with your thread going on over the top this way, put it on the bobbin winder and take up a little bit of slack there, and make sure that you're still in your tension device. There we go. And with your machine declutched, give it a little gas. Oops. Put your bobbin winder up until the tire is in contact with the hand wheel. We won't need a whole lot for the test. That should be plenty. Lower your bobbin winder and reclutch your machine by tightening the knob in the center of the hand wheel. Your thread goes into the bobbin case with the thread coming off the top in this direction. Is that right? Let's see. Yeah. Because it's going to double back into this little slot on the side, and you pull it until it clicks under the leaf spring of the bobbin tension. This is your lower tension here. There we go. Hold the little lever on the side of the bobbin case while you put it in, and your bobbin won't fall out as long as you're holding that. And put your bobbin case in. can see. You want the lever to point that way, towards the back of the machine. Make sure it goes all the way on, again, with the lever pointed that way, and it's not going to fall out. To thread the machine, put your thread on the spool pin. Go into the thread guide on the back of the machine, right here, into this thread guide at the top, and straight down between the discs of the tension device. Bring the thread all the way up and around, catch the check spring there. Keep on pulling up until your thread goes into the notch at the top. And then if you have it right, when you pull on the thread, you'll see your check spring move. Go into the take-up lever from left to right, and that's got a feathered frayed end on it, and that's going to be difficult to poke through any holes, and especially through the eye of the needle. Go through the take-up lever from right to left, go down to the thread guide on the face plate, the thread guide at the top of the bushing here, into the thread guide at the bottom of the bushing, and into the thread guide on the needle clamp. There we go. And then this one threads this way, from right to left through the needle. It's opposite the way many modern machines thread. There we go. Holding your thread loosely, turn the hand wheel towards you one full turn, and the needle will take the thread down and wrap it around the bobbin and bring up your lower thread. Put the thread between the toes of the presser foot towards the back of the machine, and you are ready to sew. Let's see. Here, we'll use this piece of doubled denim and lower the presser foot onto the fabric using the lever in the back of the machine. Before you start sewing, you want to check your stitch length, which is right here. And from the center line on your stitch length adjuster, you want to go down for forward, up for reverse. And the further down you go from the center line, the longer and longer and longer and longer and longer and longer your stitch length's going to be in the forward direction. And going up from the center line, your stitches get longer and longer and longer in reverse. To set it so your stitches will be the same length in reverse as in forward, you set your forward length, and we're going to set it at 12 stitches per inch, which is a pretty good median stitch length for regular fabric. Then you screw down this little knob in the center of the stitch length adjuster until it meets the surface there. And then when you go into reverse, it'll go the same distance up as it went down, so your stitches will be the same length in forward and in reverse. But we're just going to leave that totally open so you can go all the way from longest stitches forward to longest stitches in reverse. But again, we'll put it on 12 stitches per inch. This is your upper tension assembly, and we set it up so that your median tension for regular fabric is going to be right around 3. For heavier fabric, you may want a little more tension. For delicate fabric, maybe a little less tension. This little knob on top here is the presser foot pressure adjuster. The further down you screw this knob, the more pressure there will be on the presser foot. So you want your presser foot to come down with authoritative snap. Not a wimpy one. You want it to come down with a good solid snap, but not a thump. You don't want too much tension. I mean, too much pressure. Gosh, is that all the adjustments? No, it's not. On the front here, below the fold-up bed, you'll see a black knob. That is your feed drop. To drop the feed, you just loosen this knob all the way. And then the teeth of the feed dogs will drop below the bed and not move the fabric. And you can move the fabric by hand for machine embroidery or mending, or if you like to make art and draw pictures with your machine, you can do that as well. So we're in forward, 12 stitches per inch. We've reclutched the machine by tightening the knob, and we're ready to sew. Oh, this is the other thing. Right here is your light switch. We're going to leave it off for the sake of the video. Here we go. Go for a little longer stitch length. Reverse, forward, reverse, forward. That's really about all there is that you need to know about this machine. Oh, I know what else. What we didn't do. When you come up from the tension assembly, before you go into the take-up lever, go behind this big stitch guide here. I don't know how I missed that. It's huge. There we go. Oil your machine regularly. Use good quality sewing machine oil. You don't want to use any home household oils like 3-in-1 or WD-40, because they're not going to protect your machine. And most household oils are not as well refined as sewing machine oil, and they'll leave a lot of residue, and as they dry up, it just really gunks up your machine. A lot of the work that I do is cleaning that gunk out of the machines. So use good quality sewing machine oil. Some people swear by Tri-Flow. I've never tried Tri-Flow. Up to you if you want to try it. I think that that about covers everything. We'll send you your online user manual, and in your manual you'll find an oiling guide that will show you how to oil your machine. And you want to oil it if you sew all day every day. Oil your machine every day or two. If you sew a couple hours a week, oil your machine every month or two. If you just bring it out every once in a rare while to do a little project, if it hasn't been oiled in 3 months, go through and oil it again, because the oil does evaporate, and you need that slick oil surface for the parts to ride on, so they're not grinding against each other. If you have come here and found this video from some other link, we are Stagecoach Road Vintage Sewing Machine, and we restore vintage sewing machines. Been doing it for 25 years or so, and We've restored well over 1,000 machines and shipped them all over the country and beyond. We are on Stagecoach Road out here in the Coast Range of Oregon. So we are stagecoachroadsewing.com. And if you come out to our website, you'll see hundreds, literally hundreds of beautiful machines that we've restored over the years. You'll see views from all different sides and probably a little information about the machine. And at the top of the page, there are usually several sewing machines, restored beautiful machines that are for sale that you can buy and take home to your own sewing room. So again, we are stagecoachroadsewing.com, and we'll see you there.